Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm back with another Madison Regional VOD review, round 11. We got Ian Robb with the order pad BuzzGarb versus Will Mantho. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm trying my best out here. With very standard BuzzRoc. One baby buzz or zero. I know there's people playing zero baby buzz at Madison for whatever reason in their BuzzRocs. I think he's playing the one baby buzz. Definitely wanted to play one. So we got Will starting first, and he's got the kind of just the God setup here. He's got the Ramarade, the Buzzwole GX, and the Rockruff. This matchup is for this version of the deck that Will's playing, I think it's slightly favored for Ian, not by a whole ton. It depends really how the max elixirs go. As we see, the first one whiffs, or like if one person draws a ton of B strength, but I think with just how the decks are built, Will doesn't have the option to go aggro baby buzzes, and then Ian's deck is really consistent and straightforward at what it does. How the deck just kind of operates. So I definitely favor Ian a little bit in this matchup, not by a lot, just a little bit. Ooh, and the second max elixir with, so that's going to be really rough for Will to start off. The double max elixir will start off the start. But besides that, he's got the good setup, right? He's got the great setup. But he would have definitely liked to have like gone with like a turn 2 absorption or something. He had that option. That puts actually a lot of pressure on Ian's deck. Ian's trying to take the first couple turns to kind of thin out his deck. So when his first Buzzwole GX does get knocked out, he can kind of just be able to find the B strings easier and use them. Like this is all he wants to do. He wants to spend the first couple turns thinning out his deck. Okay, I don't like this grab here. I think it should be a baby buzz if you take anything. This actually allows Will to set up the jet punch on both Buzzwoles, which preemptively breaks the Fighting Fury Belt health that you're looking to abuse in Ian's deck. So there's really no reason for him to grab this. And this is how, like, when Brooklyn Hill comes in play in this matchup, I really like to abuse it on the BuzzGarb side, and I never put a second Buzzwole GX in play. I'll put Baby Buzz in play because you want to attach for a turn at least. I'll maybe put the Buzzwole GX in play next turn. Definitely not this turn, because this is definitely going to be probably a jet punch from Will after whiffing the first 2 max elixirs. Almost definitely a jet punch. And Brooklyn Hill sticks in play, so you can always use it to find a Buzzwole GX. It's possible Baby Buzz is prize, so that's why he didn't go for the Baby Buzz here from Ian. But I don't like this Buzzwole GX grab for sure. Feels really unnecessary. He's going to thin out, grab another Trubbish. That's fine. Thin out the deck. The Trubbishes don't matter as much. The chance of Will chasing and knocking out 2 Trubbish is super low. So just go ahead, grab another Trubbish. That's fine. But yeah, not a big fan of this this Buzzwole GX. I'm also not a fan, actually. I didn't even realize this on Will's side. He didn't retreat his Ramrod. I'm not a big fan of this either. I don't know if he doesn't know that Ian plays Fighting Fury Belt. But this allows him to completely play around Baby Buzzwole. I would just send him the Buzzwole GX, and if he gets hit, it gets hit, whatever. He's probably going to 3-shot it anyways. You'll have the option for the first, whatever it's called, Knuckle Impact. He whiffed, thankfully, or luckily for Will. Not sure about the second Raid bench or not. I'm not sure on the... and yeah, you need the 30 snipe here on the Rockruff because it's really hard to actually deal with Lycanroc. Lycanroc's pretty annoying. Booklet Hill. I guess I don't like the well, he attached here. I don't know. I think I would have attached to the Buzzwole GX and look to swing maybe. Maybe not attach at all. I don't know if Diance's in his deck, and then look to just jet punch a Trubbish to play around Ian's Baby Buzzwole. So we just see a Baby Buzzwole grab from Will here. Which I'm not a huge fan of because of this. If you don't get the evolution here, and this just gets jet punched out, like, and it's gonna get jet punched out. So that means Baby Buzzwole won't come online. So I don't like this Baby Buzzwole grab at all. I would have rather just Sycamore and then Brooklet Hill after. You decide what you get then. Now you have Diancie, unless he's just gonna let this get knocked out. That maybe is what he's gonna decide to do. I would have also liked to have seen, I think, this energy attachment here and just look for the absorption or knuckle impact maybe. But you don't want to be too aggressive because if you know how his deck operates, I guess. He got the choice band too, so he can be pretty aggressive. He can do 50, or he could do 80. No ability, just protecting the Rockruff. Yeah, so I don't like the Baby Buzzwole grab because now this Remoraid is 100% being knocked out from Ian. He's gonna play around the Sledgehammer. So I don't like the Baby Buzz grab because now it's just useless. I don't like this energy attachment here too much, but I think it's fine, actually. It's probably just all right. I would have liked to have seen him bring up this Buzzwole GX with the Lycanroc to kind of trap this strong energy on the bench. It's possible Will doesn't know how Ian's deck works and doesn't know he doesn't play Max Elixir, because if he did play Max Elixir, it'd be bad to do that, but he doesn't play Max Elixir. So now like Ian can do like attach Second Strong, Fighting Fury Belt, or Beast Fighting Fury Belt, and just start swinging really hard on the active Buzzwole. So I would like to have seen him bring up this with the Lycanroc. This big Buzzwole should not have been gotten. Should have just not Brooklet Hilled. He also had Diancie in the deck and didn't Brooklet Hill for Diancie, which makes no sense. You may as well get the extra damage, especially if you're just going to bench it anyways if you find it. So you just don't Brooklet Hill, play Sycamore, see what you get, then Brooklet Hill. So poor sequencing from Will. Also, I think bringing up this was just better than not. Brooklet Hill, because then it's possible this Buzzwole just lives longer, because then he can't like commit double strong active or strong beast. Once again, like I said about before, Ian Brooklet Hill 6 in play, you can always use to find a GX. You should be able to get a Flowstone on play on Trubbish at some point in the first 2 turns of the game. Putting this in play, now the Fighting Fury Belt is just broken. It's preemptively broken. The Fighting Fury, you don't get the bonus health from the Fighting Fury Belt for this Buzzwole. I like to see Baby Buzzwole maybe come out here. Yeah, and this is what I think should have been gotten here instead of the Buzzwole GX. Order pad, Tails. We might be looking at a dead draw here from Ian, because I can't imagine he wouldn't have wanted to get a Fighting Fury. Yeah, I know he had the Order pad in hand last turn. He didn't use it. So there's no reason for him to have not gotten a Fighting Fury Belt last turn. So I think he might be dead drawing. Yeah, gonna go after the Remoraid. Yeah, he's currently dead drawing. Gets the prize draw plus the top deck draw, so we'll see if it's anything good. I would have also liked to see the choice ban on this active Buzzwole last turn. I don't know why he didn't choice ban this. He could have hit for 30 more. And then if he got Beast this turn, he would have knocked out. Yeah, but if not, you Jet Punch kill in 3 turns instead of you still get the knockout in 3 turns? I guess you still get the knockout in 3 turns, so you guys holding on to it isn't terrible. Now you definitely should just commit it active, though, so you can Jet Punch KO in 2 turns, because there's no way you're getting knocked out. Like, there's no way this Buzzwole is getting knocked out, bro. Just take the knockout in 2 turns with put the choice ban on the active. I don't quite get this from Will right here. I actually like this commitment here of this energy, because I think he does play the 2/2 Lycanroc, which means he can Claw Slash with one and then GX with the other. So he sets up another energy here. But it looks like he's maybe going to just get attached to this Buzzwole. And then once again, getting the Baby Buzzwole was kind of just a waste, and now just clogging up his bench for no reason, because he didn't find the Auxiliary. He doesn't know he's going to find Auxiliary until after he plays Sycamore, and then he went and had in Sycamore first after Brooklet Hilling for the Baby Buzzwole, which makes no sense, because then this just sits on his bench and he probably won't use it. It's still possible he uses it, but then it's like Ian's already on odd prizes, so then it puts him back to even, so the Baby Buzzwole just kind of sucks to have him play right now. So he much would have rather found the Buzzwole GX instead of the Baby Buzzwole, but he should have Sycamore first to see if he got the Auxiliary Evolution. If you don't get the Auxiliary Evolution, Ian is 100% Jet Punching next turn. He's 100% going to Jet Punch, knock out the Remoraid. So, yeah, just kind of some poor play from Will. Commits the energy here. I don't hate it, but that means you're committing to Claw Slash, which means now you're going to Claw Slash with this for sure, which means I think I still would like to have seen this here. He's going to bring up the Baby Buzz. Oh, he's going to GX the Baby Buzz. I think I'm actually fine with this, because then you have the Claw Slash to knock out either the Buzzwole GXs on the following turn. I like this, actually. It's cute. Yeah. The initial energy attachment there was fine, I guess, and then this is cute. Yeah, so that makes sense now to put the choice ban there on here then, because you want to hear for the active if you get end. Yeah, makes sense. The choice ban makes sense then if he's going to do this play, which I kind of like, actually. Plays around the Baby Buzz. And then you still got the Claw Slash to knock out anything you want on your next turn. So now here, so this is where I would have searched for the first Buzzwole GX on Ian's side. Would be this turn, because you know Will from here on out is looking to do the Claw Slash play. So now you're like, okay, now I want to set up Buzzwoles with fresh Buzzwoles with Fighting Fury Belts and abuse that. Hopefully he drew a supporter or something off of the top deck plus. Nope, looks like he didn't. I see a Guzma play. So what is Lycanroc doing right now? 140, 150, 160, 170, 180. Okay. So Claw Slash doesn't quite knock this out. Still not in a great spot for Ian, though. 30. This is a rough 30. I think it probably has to go on the Baby Buzzwole. No, I don't know. Put it there. I don't think this damage will ever matter. Like, whenever it feels super awkward to place Jet Punch damage, the Jet Punch damage usually just won't matter and will usually be irrelevant. And I think we're in that situation right now where the Jet Punch damage is actually just going to be irrelevant. I don't think this 30 damage will make a difference ever in this game. Let's finally see a Max Elixir hit from Will. Good to see. He does play the 2/2 Lycanroc. He's got Lycanroc in hand. He already used the GX though. Would it be nice to have like the extra gust effect? But Garb should be coming in. If Ian keeps dead drawing, he's gonna lose. If Ian stops dead drawing, then Garb will come into play. So not really a big deal to get it right now. Anyone see the Sycamore? Just get another Buzz out. That's fine. Will doesn't really care about the Jet Punch damage as much as Ian does because he doesn't play Fighting Fury Belts. So like I said, like that 30 Jet Punch damage here on this Buzzwole is probably going to be irrelevant. Looks like we're going to have to settle for a Jet Punch on Will's side. He doesn't have a ton going on. Ultra Ball, thin out the deck by one more card. Is that another Rockruff? I don't think so, right? No, that's another Rockruff. Is he playing a 3/2? We just discarded a Rockruff, right? Is that a 3/2 Lycanroc? That looked like a Rockruff to me. Maybe it wasn't. Jet Punch, 30 there. Would I have liked it more there? Fighting Fury Belt goes at 200. No, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, just get him ready to get Knuckle Impacted or Claw Slashed. Ian draws, and it looks like it's still dead on Ian's side. Another energy. All right, finally got a Cynthia. Once again, I just want to reiterate, like this is like now the Fighting Fury Belts are actually just useless because he put Buzzwoles in play and let them take Jet Punch damage for kind of no reason. He was thinning to try and get out of the dead draw on the Brooklet Hill, but if your deck doesn't do what it's supposed to do and your opponent's still drawing 5, you're not going to win anyways. So you just kind of have to hope to not top deck the Buzzwole and still top deck a supporter. I think there. That's how I feel about it anyways. I think you just keep stacking this damage, yeah. You maybe get this one in Jet Punch range for something like a Beast and a Fighting Fury Belt at some point. I think Will still has nothing going on his side. Guzma works here. Floatstone works here. He really just needs anything to get going. Looks like there might be a Goose. Looks like we might have a Guzma in his hand. It's taking a while to think about it if he does have a Guzma. This should be a pretty straightforward turn if there's a Guzma in this hand. Just gonna load up the Lycanroc. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why that took him so long. That's pretty much your only play. Only reasonable play. Just take the knockout Claw Slash. Alright, so we finally see Beast Ring come online for Ian. This is like the big swing in the game. I don't think it's much of a choice. I think this Buzzwole has to come up. Think about setting up Trubbish. If he had Floatstone, Trubbish is fine, of course. Thinking a long time about this. We'll see. There we go. I don't know. Maybe he's thinking about a Guzma play to a. He really needs the 4th Buzz GX here, yeah, and he needs to get a Fighting Fury Belt on this one. This is where the matchup is actually why the matchup is good, especially once the Brooklet Hill comes down. You can find the Buzzles whenever you want, which means you don't sit them in play and let them take the Jet Punch damage. Okay, so I don't like that. Maybe he top decked the float. But if he didn't top deck float, but he was thinking about setting up Trubbish. I would have set up Trubbish anyway. You want to shut off abilities here. You want to shut off the Diancie. You want to shut off Lele. I think Will still has Lele left. I don't like that at all. If he had float in hand before, he definitely goes to the Trubbish. 100%. Yeah, because you ideally want to set up Garb if you can. Another Beast Ring is cool here. Yeah. Another Beast Ring. All right. So, I don't know, actually. I would have maybe liked to have seen him attack with this Buzzwole this turn. We'll see what he does. He doesn't have a choice anymore. He has to attack with this one. You have to hope this one lives 2 turns. So that means you have to GX here. But if Will is able to get the knockout on this Buzzwole, you kind of just lose the game. So Will has Floatstone in hand. Draw for turn. Or he's going for a Guzma play. Will has 3 prizes left. We need to see an N from Ian on the next turn. And then this is how the deck wants to operate. You want fresh Buzzwoles with Fighting Fury Belts. So that's why I make such a big point about taking the Jet Punch damage early, because if you do that, the Fighting Fury Belts don't do anything, right? They don't do anything. So we see the Goose in hand from Will. He's gonna Brooklet Hill. He has Beast Ring in hand as well. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him set up the Trubbish there. Beast Ring. So that's a 3-2 Lycanroc. I'm almost positive then. Maybe he's playing the 3-3 shenanigans. That's possible as well. So yeah, then we're gonna have to see back-to-back Guzmas from Will. Most likely, I don't think he's gonna have a way to KO the Fighting Fury Buzzwole. He's just going with the Guzma this turn, I think. No, Sycamore. All right. All right. 2 Beast Rings in hand. Plays both. Thin out the one energy card. There we go. So Will has 3 prizes. Then this is weird. This is why I think the BuzzGarb just kind of favors when you get this the Fighting Fury Belt play off. Oh, is that gonna be a KO? Yes, that's gonna be a KO. So that's why getting out Garb was so important to shove that INC. And that's why I think because once he didn't get the Garb out, this isn't a ridiculous play for Will to hit. He should have attacked with this damaged Buzzwole, leaving his fresh Buzzwole alive. So then he ends next turn. This is why I said I think he should attack with this Buzzwole, because if he attacks with this Buzzwole, he gets the knockout. Yeah, so he would have committed the Strong here. Still commit the Fighting Fury Belt to the fresh one. Commit the Strong here. Beast Ring here. Look for more Beast Rings for the other one. Attack with this one. He knows it's going to die, but that's fine. This gets knocked out, and then he comes up with this one. GX's this. I can't GX this, so he'd have to go Knuckle Impact and then hopefully a Guzma. That's still fine. But attack with this one first. Definitely attack with this one first. You attack with this one first. Let it get knocked out. Whatever. Bring up the fresh one. If he had gotten the Garb up, it would have been different. Because then it shuts off Diancie, and then there's no way that Will can get the one shot. But because he didn't have Garb set up, he didn't have Garb in hand, out of hand before he played Cynthia, then you definitely attack with the damaged Buzzwole. You know it's going to get knocked out, and then you bring in the fresh one for the turn after. Now he just loses no matter what. Right, 3-3, 170. Yeah, there's just no. This one can still win the game for him. He has to play N and set up Garb. Fighting Fury about there. Choice band. Yes, no Garb. Wow. All right. Unfortunate for Ian, but I think there was some missteps by Ian there for sure. Getting the Buzzwoles in play too early to take the Jet Punch damage. Definitely hold off a turn once Will whiffs the double Max Elixir. If you didn't whiff the double Max Elixir, it's different. Then you put it in play. If you hit one of the Max Elixirs, it's different. You put one in play, I think. Otherwise, just search out Baby Buzz there. You just set up the Jet Punch damage so that Baby Buzz can do the knockout anyways. Definitely should have attacked with the damage Buzzwole at the end there. And then bring up the fresh one after. He didn't even have an end to follow up, but that's the ideal thing. You still attack with the damage one there because this play isn't ridiculous for Will to hit. Once you whiff the Garb to shove to Diancie. So I would have liked to have seen that from Ian. Pretty clean from Will. There was the misstep early on with getting the Baby Buzz out for pretty much no reason at all to get the Baby Buzz there. So really solid start from Will, especially into a Lele on Ian's side. He finds his first Buzz GX, the early Buzz GX. That's what you want to find. Checking the rest of the deck. Order pad. Let's see a heads here finally. Tails shuffles up for the Nest Ball then. Excuse me. Hopefully it's something better this game. Get going. Oh, that's a pretty good start. Sycamore away strong is a little unfortunate. I didn't see the other card. But as long as he gets a Trubbish here, he should be good. I think he just hit into a dead hand though. Unfortunately for Ian. Not an explosive start from Will either though. But he has potential to just get everything he needs off this end. If he gets like strong choice band here, it's actually going to be pretty. It's just going to be pretty hard for Ian to deal with that because actually Will be able to set up a 4 prize turn if he hits his Lele hard enough this turn. And then puts 30 on this Buzzwole, and then he's able to just hit this twice and hit that twice more maybe, and then clean them both up in the same turn. Oh, not great on Will's side though. Doesn't even have an energy. All right. I like to see the Buzzwole GX though for sure though over the Baby Buzz. Yeah, so not great on Will's side either actually. He's gonna commit the elixirs. He can actually go for an early absorption, and actually an early absorption is pretty good in this matchup for Will because it means Ian hasn't had enough time to kind of like set up his hand or thin out his deck so that the Beast Rings are more accessible once Beast Ring comes online. Another Max Elixir. Unfortunate whiff there for Will, especially not without for big thing was whiffing the energy attachment for turn. So then whiffing one of the elixirs hurts a lot more now. Back over to Ian. He's thinking. He's Mysterious Treasure. I don't know what he's thinking about so much, though. Brooklet Hill. Don't get a BuzzGG, please. I really don't want to see BuzzGG get taken here. He takes nothing. Okay, there we go. Want to attack for Guzma. I think he's going to take out the Remoraid here. I think, yeah. I don't know why else he would be doing this. Maybe the Rockruff. I assume just the Remoraid, though. Already got Trubbish in hand. So he got Guzma. Thinking about Rockruff, I think. Oh, he's just going to go for the Buzzwole. Actually, I like this even more, right? He's able to hit it for 100, so he sets up the 2-shot. 30 on the Rockruff, set up the Rockruff for later. He doesn't know that Will's only out in hand is Octillery, so you don't blame him for this. But actually, I didn't know who he was doing this much damage. That's right, he has the Choice Band. This is actually perfect for Ian, as long as he has any kind of follow-up. The unfortunate part is his bench is pretty big without having any Buzzwoles in play, so the Lycanroc's going to hurt quite a bit. This does also mean Will is going to be able to abuse Baby Buzz, which is unfortunate. So we could have seen Ian play for the Remoraid or the Rockruff knockout to actually play around the Baby Buzz again. But I think this is fine too. The early 2 prizes, and the only thing that has energy in play for him as well. Should just see the Strong come down on... If he has no other energy in play, the Strong should just come down on the Baby Buzzwole, I think. Grab Lycanroc. He's actually going to bring up the Trubbish. So this would be very unfortunate for Ian if this sticks. And he is unable to find a Flowstone for Ian. We'll see what's happening though. So he's going to get take the Trubbish out, actually. I like this. He can actually take the Trubbish out. He got the Strong. So this means that there's no ability lock next turn, which is actually really nice for Will. Ian's thinking. He maybe has access to the Guzma on the Octillery, so that's why he's thinking about it so hard. He had like a 3rd Strong, knockout Octillery, or Beast energy. So here you just grab Baby Buzz. If it's in there. Ooh, 2 Buzzwoles out. Yeah, this is fine because you're about to go into the Beast Ring turn. So here's where it's fine, I think, to put Buzzwoles in play, because you're not going to get hit for the Jet Punch damage. Put them all in play. I would have grabbed Baby Buzz here, though. If he had access to it. It's possible it's prized, but if it's not prized, then that's kind of your answer to his Baby Buzz, and then you just go into 2 GXs from there. Really unfortunate that Ian just hasn't been able to set up Garbodor either of these games. It's super important in this matchup for Ian. Oh no, wait, Will's on odd prizes, so Baby Buzz doesn't do anything. This is correct from Ian. Yeah. Will's on odd prizes. Baby Buzz is not going to do anything this game. There we go. Finally found a flow for Trubbish. Fighting Fury Belt on a clean Buzzwole. Yeah, we're all good. Jump Punch here, and I think, yeah, 30 on the Buzzwole is fine. I don't think there's actually a great target. 30 on the Lycanroc would have also been fine. Excuse me. So we're going to see, I don't think we're going to see anything besides Baby Buzzwole knockout. Ian's active. It's just what else he does alongside that. He could go after the Trubbish again, actually, which would be really annoying for Ian to have Trubbish, the second Trubbish go down. I think he does have Guzma energy, so he could go for the Trubbish. And I'd be fine with that play on Will's side. It's not like Ian has a ton of draw power in his deck. So Ian can't really like just draw easily into back-to-back Guzmas and enough energy and Beast Rings to like KO 2 GXs in a row. So I actually like the KO on the Trubbish here if Will decides to go for it. Yep, bring up the Trubbish, knock it out. Yeah, I like this. And then how his Octillery will stay online. He can set up the second Lycanroc on the following turn. He really doesn't have that much energy in play, but he has like 3 elixirs and 3 Beast Rings left for Will. So he's got plenty of stuff that he'll get to eventually. I think we are just going to see the Guzma play from Ian. Here come the Beast Rings. Take out the... Huh. Is he attaching energy? So I don't like that. I also don't understand why Lele's in the active. If he's going to Cynthia and he had Beast Ring. I'm I'm actually kind of confused here from what Ian's doing. Oh no, he's on odd. Oh, I see what he's doing now. He's on odd prizes. He's on even prizes again because he KO'd the. All right, I just lost it there. He's on even prizes because he KO'd the Trubbish. He's on even prizes again because he KO'd the Trubbish. I was like, why is Baby Buzz coming down? We just went over this. Baby Buzz can't be activated. That's right. He killed 2 Trubbishes. So he just needs float here from Ian. I think I see it in the hand. Yep. Well, another Beast Ring's also pretty cool too, right? Set up the top Buzzwole. Oof. Is there no energy in there? That'd be unfortunate. 1. I think I would have preferred to see that up top. Because if Will does have a Guzma like Beast Ring play himself and just knock out one of these, I kind of wanted to spread out the energy. But I guess he would always knock out the 1/3 energy. I don't know. Definitely should check order pad before he did anything there. Especially if he's going for a Beast Ring here. Definitely should have order pad first if he's going for another Beast Ring to load up the top Buzzwole, the Buzzwole up top. We'll see what he does though. Yeah, so he definitely should have. Well, I just don't like this the first Beast Ring at all. Then I think 2 energy should have been put up here, especially if he has the Float Stone. Yeah, I think 2 energy should have been put up here because if one of these gets focused, like if on Will's turn, Will just goes, okay, fresh Buzzwole, this Buzzwole here, fresh Buzzwole, knock out one of these Buzzwoles with a Beast Ring plus attachment, then he only has 1 Buzzwole GX to work with. But if he puts these 2 energies from the first Beast Ring up here, there's like three big Buzzwole GX threats, and the Baby Buzz ready to go. He got the Float Stone. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Also, if Will doesn't KO this, you probably win the game. If Will KOs this, you have access to Buzzwole GX. If Will Guzma's around it, you have access to Buzzwole GX. So why ever commit a second energy on this Buzzwole? I also don't like that at all. This should just be this and this energy. I think should just be up here, unless he's actually at a special energy. But I don't think he is. I know he discarded 1 early. So actually, if he only has 1 left, I guess maybe he'd have to play it this way, which would be fine then. Oh, it looks like it's just gonna be a scoop from Will. All right. So we get that game 3. I thought this was gonna be a 2-0 for Will, but it looks his hand was dead. Yeah, I guess maybe at the end there, I think Ian was actually maybe at a special energy, so then he has to commit them down low anyways. And then if you commit the energy down low, putting the extra one on the Baby Buzz makes sense. Should still order pad first, but it's not a big error on Ian's side. Open Shrub, open Buzz, strong. So we have a pretty good start here from Will. I expect to see another Buzzwole GX. He has a Max Elixir in hand. You want to utilize that as soon as possible. There we go. Buzzwole GX. And Max Elixir. There we go. Finally starting to see some Max Elixir hits from Will. I think I maybe would have liked to have preferred to see Cynthia there. Especially with versus a Garb deck as Buzzwole. Like, you're already fully set up pretty much. You just want to kind of keep draw supporters in your deck. You're not really looking for too much this turn. Maybe a Rockruff or a Remoraid. But, like, you're not really, like, stressing. I mean, well, he hit both here. He hit everything. Brooklet Hill out. The boy, Rockruff. I still don't like the Baby Buzzwole bench here. I think I would have just held it, the Baby Buzzwole. I don't think there's really a reason to bench it yet. You can just hold on to it. And then depending on how Ian plays out his turn, you might, because if you're just not gonna be able to utilize it, then you just kind of don't want it in play. Also, I'm not really a huge fan of giving Ian access to Brooklet Hill. I don't feel like you need Rockruff here, although it's really nice. It depends if Diancie's not prized. If Diancie's not prized, I guess Rockruff is right. Because then you have the option to KO the Trubbish on the next turn. So it's not terrible. But like giving Ian access to Brooklet Hill is definitely not ideal on his first turn. You don't want to do that if you can avoid it. Let's see if Ian finally has like a good hand to get rolling. Once again, I don't like the double Buzzwole GX, especially when Brooklet Hill's in play already. You can always find your Buzzwole GX. But now this means they can both get jet punched, and then you break the Fighting Fury Belt before it even comes down. Yeah, I really don't like that play from Ian. I don't think it's necessary. Just like, if Baby Buzzwole's there, get that. If not, like, find second Trubbish to thin out of your deck. I feel like there's so many better ways to go about it. Doesn't have a great start, but he might just be trying to move the Trubbish out of the active for the turn. So then this is actually fine if he's just trying to get the Trubbish out of the active. You can kind of take it slow for the first couple turns. The only reason I really don't like this is it opens up the max elixir play from Will. But he could open it up anyways by flow stoning this one and then going to this one. Just doesn't feel great to do from Ian. But we're just going to see the Diancie, and then Will's just going to be hoping for like second strong or choice band ideally, and then the Jet Punch does the 2-shot. I'm just going to see a Sycamore. Unfortunately, he gets rid of Super Rod and a Guzma and an N, so I think he's out of N actually here. Yeah, I think he only probably plays the 2, but he finds Artillery, which is great. Energy and choice band. Oof. So we should just see the Jet Punch knock out Trubbish here from get rid of the Sycamore here. I don't think you need the Sycamore. The choice band's not necessary either, actually. Well, it is if he gets the Fighting Fury belt. Yeah, I think I would have kept the choice band there. I would get rid of the Sycamore there. Yeah, keep the choice band and the Beast Ring. Your Abyssal Handing for 3 and Abyssal Hand isn't going offline. You're just chilling. There we go. Trubbish comes up. This feels real bad for Ian. We got another choice band. Here we go. Immediately choice band Baby Buzz, which I don't really like, but I guess it's fine. I think I'd rather hold it and just see what happens. He might need it to get around Fighting Fairy Belt this turn. I guess the Beast Energy in hand. He's assuming he's not getting End. I think we would have seen Ian use a draw supporter if he had one. Another Buzzle GX. There's the End. So maybe he was just trying to move the Trubbish, but that means you're really not. So this deck, the way I feel about BuzzGarb is I feel like you have to use your first couple turns to kind of like thin out your deck, set up your Garbodor, just get prepared to use Beast Ring, and then use Beast Ring once Beast Ring comes online. So if Ian did have the N in hand, I would have much rather seen him play the N to just try and dig for the float for the Trubbish, than play the Guzma to for sure move the Trubbish. Because I feel like you want to do more with your turns than just that. You want to look through your deck a little bit more, thin out cards that are not Beast Rings, not Order Pads, so that way when Beast Ring comes online, you just use Beast Ring. You're all good. Looks like nothing great on the inside. And we're going to see a Jet Punch. 30, probably 30 on the Buzzwole GX. I was going after the Artillery. I think I would have rather seen Buzzwole GX because you're getting you're getting smashed here. It's probably even going to be an Absorption. So he can Absorption here to actually force out the return knockout instead of a Jet Punch here, because otherwise he then can just Knuckle Impact the next Buzzwole. So then Ian kind of has to respond with a knockout here instead of just like Jet Punching here. If he goes Knuckle Impact, Ian could like end him and hope this stays trapped for a turn and doesn't find Guzma, which would be fine, I think. But yeah, we're going to see the Absorption from Will. Also, like Lycanroc Evolved, he can't Max Elixir to it. He could get another Rock Off later, but that's so far down the line. I think just take the abuse you can out of using the Absorption here while you can. Heads, so we should see the Fighting Fury Belt here from Ian, unless he needs a supporter. Yep. So this is once again ideally how you want to set it up. Here it is, Beast Ring in hand, Fighting Fury Belt active, Beast Ring, and then we'll see a fresh Buzzwole, and Will should just not be able to one-shot this. I guess it's technically possible, right? Still, because he doesn't have Garb in play to shove that Diancie, so he would need Beast, Max Elixir, Attach, Choice Band on this Buzzwole. And that's another reason why I wanted to see him save the Choice Band just so he has more options instead of just committing to the Baby Buzzwole. He could just go with Baby Buzzwole this turn, though. It's not terrible. It'll hit hard, and even if Ian gets around it, the Baby Buzzwole, Ian still has to. Even if he gets around the Baby Buzzwole can still come back up and one-shot the or clean up the Buzzwole. So we see strong Beast Ring from Will. So I expect an attack with Baby Buzzwole here, and then just set up the Buzzwole GXs, get them ready to go. Will ideally would knock out something here to get off Beast Ring, to get Ian off Beast Ring. We'll knock out the active ideally to get Ian off Beast Ring, but if he doesn't, then that's fine. I think he's going for it, actually. Alright, I think he's just going to go for it. He needs Choice Band. I think he only has one Choice Band left. There's one on the discard pile, one on the Baby Buzz. Yeah, I think he has one Choice Band left. We'll see. He could also Guzma up the other Buzzwole and just smack it. No luck yet, but he still has like Abyssal Hand. He could just Guzma up the other Buzzwole and smack it really hard. Put it in Jet Punch range, and then Ian can't move it and hit his Buzzwole that's loaded up. So I wouldn't have hated that. See the Ultra Ball, gonna get a card, but then I guess he risks then Ian can like B-string to his active, attach a strong, knock out his active. That's probably not great. See Abyssal Hand for 1, 2, and he hits the choice band. So I'm not a huge fan of this play from Will because I'm pretty sure he only had 1 choice band left. We can actually check right now. I'm gonna go to Limitless and check his list. I'm pretty sure he only had the 1 choice band left, so I'm not a huge fan of this play. I think I would have been content with just sledgehammering for the turn of him if I was him. Ideally, he never attaches this choice band to the baby Buzzwole. I'm not sure why he did that. There was really no reason for him to when he did it. He doesn't really know how the game's gonna play out quite yet. So I didn't like that attachment there. Yeah, he only plays the 3 choice band, so that was his last choice band, and he hit it. I didn't like the initial choice band, the baby Buzzwole, and the discard Ultra Ball away choice band. I think we're both wrong. You definitely hold on to those or put them in play somewhere. To leave this as an option, especially when you're going after the Trubbish, because that means this math is there, so then it sticks because he doesn't have Garb in play. So not a huge fan. We'll definitely have to get a little bit lucky there. Not a huge fan of how he played that out with the choice bands. Still managed to pull it out. Ian did not draw well. He was just not drawing well on Ian's side. He never got to set up Garb, which you need to set up in this, basically just to shut off Diancie. I mean, Diancie and Octillery, like the Lycan Rock Bloodthirsty Eyes isn't a huge deal to shut off. It's obviously nice. The big thing, the big thing there is shutting off Diancie, because it makes it so they can't one-shot you through your Fighting Fury Belts, and then shutting off Octillery shut down the draw. When you end them, it sticks. Yeah, Ian never got Garb online any of the 3 games. Just kind of unfortunate draws from him. He's still able to pull out game 2. In game 3 from Will, there's a couple missteps in the first game, I think, from Will. Game 2, there was not as much that he could do, actually. That game didn't last too long. And then game 3, definitely just like overextending choice bands and then got a little lucky at the end, but I think he was probably going to win it anyways for Will. But definitely could have played a little bit cleaner. All right, guys, that's going to do it for round 11 in day 2 Swiss for Madison Reionals VOD review. I'll be back with round 12 soon. Like, comment, subscribe, share, Twitter, Twitch link, where I stream down in the description below. Check it all out. Have a good day. Peace.